2024 will kill most online businesses. And while you're watching this, there are three main events directly attacking the whole industry. And there's only one single entity responsible for all of this. So the reason why I'm recording this video is because I want to make sure that by the end of it, you know exactly what these three things are, who this entity is, and you know exactly whether you are starting out, growing, or scaling your online business. You know exactly how to avoid the pitfalls that are being thrown at you every single day on social media with new shiny things that only smoke screens to dead ends. So before we dive into it, for those who don't know me, my name is Rhomays. I'm the owner and founder of AlphaTrend.io. I run a growth and consulting business, and what we do is we help online businesses, agencies, coaches, and consultants get more clients, get those clients amazing results, and make a lot of money along the way ethically. And here's the thing. What are the three major events? First of all, market sophistication. Market sophistication is when the market, the audience, is actually starting to pick up. They're actually starting to see what's happening. They're identifying a couple of interesting things. One, social proof is no longer as important as it was. Why? I've seen this countless times. People buying reviews, copy and pasting results and testimonials from other people and slapping them on their own funnels and websites. And worst of all, manipulating the social proof. And the thing is, I paid for 5K, 6K, 9K, 12K, 20K plus so-called programs, scaling programs, masterminds, inner circles, and I can tell you that most of them are just smokescreen. Most of them are just amazing marketing experiences before you join, just to realize that it's all the same. Most of them, not all. So the market sophistication is when the moment that now people are picking up and they see, okay, everyone looks the same. They know how to make decisions now. They know that they don't believe in unicorns anymore. So that's why you see now people that were charging 15K, 20K, 25K, now are going back to charging 5K in some instances on some new offers. When that's happening, you know something's wrong. Number two, competition. Competition is healthy. I invite competition in every single aspect of business or even in personal life. And the thing is, healthy competition is when different parties push themselves to create something exceptional, something better, right? Think Microsoft and Google, Apple and Samsung. That's healthy competition. But they know what they are going against, right? Now, these days, the problem is not really competition, but it's the saturation of that competition. Because up until recently, there were different tiers, right? Some people were competing on the upper market, some people in the mid market, some people in the lower market. Now, every single person can just, as I mentioned, slap a couple of testimonials, reviews. They can forge them, they can buy them and claim results of their own, and then just want, because they heard that they should charge high ticket, they feel that they can. And the moment this happens, the problem with the competition is that they are actually tarnishing completely the image and the belief that consumers and other companies have in the online space. So that just makes everything more difficult for everyone, meaning that there's only one thing that will save these businesses, which is the perceived social proof. Now, perceived social proof, think about number of followers, how big their YouTube channel is, and their track record. And don't get me wrong, there are amazing businesses in the online space and in every single space. There are amazing people and entrepreneurs, super bright entrepreneurs that are trying to make an impact. But unfortunately, they are not the biggest piece of the pie. And last but not least, probably the most important one, which is the lack of innovation. When a market starts to lose innovation or starts to lose that sparkly thing, that shiny thing, think of it like this. The automotive industry, around 2007 to 2010, they kind of plateaued, right? There was no new thing happening until the EV section came along, and now we have the new EV. But still, we are plateauing again. What's new? It's sport cars EV. Take the same example for the smartphone space. You went from dumb phones to smartphones, amazing breakthrough innovation. Then from iPhone to iPhone, you started seeing like different shapes, different things. And now every single year, new phone, better camera, quicker CPU. And that's it, right? So, and the same will happen on any market. And that's normal. But the problem is when you try to pretend that's not happening. Example, what's happening in the online space? The new models, we've seen a couple of models popping up, right? We've seen the drop shipping, e-commerce, SMMA, then we saw the coaching space, the OnlyFans agencies, all that stuff. But and that is proven to work. Now they become boring after a while. Why? Because it's not new. But there's nothing wrong with it. What's wrong is when people try to paint them with different colors and call them a different thing. A blue donkey is still a donkey. You just painted it blue. So when people are starting to call things different names, and I've heard a little bit of everything, and even though some words make sense, but like, for example, what's the point of calling out a new business model? For example, I heard there's one that people are talking about, build and release. Build and release is not new. It's not something that was invented right now. Client acquisition that we use and everyone uses, it's also not something new, right? It's been here forever. We're just coming up with different shiny and interesting names, right? And don't get me wrong, marketing is what it is. And marketing is supposed to create attention in the marketplace. But now you need to know what you're doing because it's getting to a point where the competition is just literally inventing new things for the lack of innovation in the space itself. And here's the thing, who is responsible for this? Who is that entity? Who is that corporation behind all of this? It's not a corporation. It's an industry itself. We are all a part of it. And I include myself. I'm also in the online space. Whatever I do, whatever I post, whatever I share, as little or as big of an impact that it can have, is also a share part of what's happening. So when I look at it, I feel that there's no arbitrage in the space. This is like the wild west of the online space. Like, who is actually looking at the data? Who is looking at what's right, what's wrong? Where is the line? What defines what actually can be said and what can't be said, right? What's the regulations behind it? And sooner or later, we'll start to see them being applied, and you will see a massive hit to every single online business. Because the Wild West didn't last forever, nor will the Wild West in the online space. So how can you look out for this? Here's the thing. There's no problem with working with smaller or bigger companies, whether you are starting or growing your business. But if it's too good to be true, usually it's too good to be true. And you have no idea how many times I get people pitching me on my inboxes, hey, can you handle an extra 50 to 100 appointments? By the way, we are booking more than 100, or more than 150, almost 200 last month. And I always ask, okay, so for how many clients have you booked those many appointments? Are you booking that many appointments for yourself? No. Okay. Why would you be able to do it for me? I've seen people doing everything like, I only get paid when you get paid. Okay, that's interesting. On paper, I had a company literally doing email marketing. They said they would work based on, I would pay them $100 per appointment. They launched a sequence on my Instantly account for 1,000 leads. They didn't book one single call and they just ghosted me. So this just tells you how wrong things are on the market right now. And if you're doing this, I want to call you out and make it right. Building an ethical online space is possible and will pay off dividends in the long run. Now, the thing is, everyone wants to see results quick. No one wants to wait. No one wants to go through the hard work. No one wants to do the boring stuff. So if anyone can promise you a life-changing experience in 90 days, without effort, without sacrifice, without boring stuff, Usually it's not true. And again, this happens on every single level, on 100th or $100 opportunities, on $1,000 programs, on 5,000, on 9,000, on 12,000, on 25,000. I paid it myself with my own money. I've experienced it. And this is why I made a decision that the Alpha Acquisition Program would be something different. I'm not here to slap another course with a couple calls. I'm here to build something long lasting. We actually took the whole complexity and built it ourselves. I still have the agency, AlphaTrend.io, which is our main source of income. And we are serving our clients on a one-to-one basis. We actually place appointment setters and VAs on their businesses. We hop on one-on-one calls to launch their ads. We build out their email systems. We make sure that at midnight, if they need support, we are there for them. So this is what I would like to see more in the online space. So if you are not doing this and you're looking to a quick get rich scheme, just avoid the online space altogether. So if this is you and you resonate with this, you also want to build an ethical business, a long-lasting business. You want to invest in the online space, grow it, scale it, but you are willing to put in the hard work, to do the boring stuff, to do the repetitive stuff until you are able to grow and scale it. Well, in that case, I have a link for you in the description. Feel free to click it. It's our calendar. You can book a call with us where we break down our own system, how we do it, and how we can potentially see if we can help you out as well. And also, if you just want some free resources and get your first few clients for free, I also listed down below our free Facebook community. Make sure to join it and introduce yourself to the rest. Have a beautiful day and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.